This week's Parsha, Parsha's Kedoshim, we have the famous mitzvah, the pasuk of Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. So there's a very interesting maimer from Tzemach Tzedek explaining this mitzvah. So just to share one point in this maimer, the Tzemach Tzedek brings down a quote from Gemara, which says, Ein adam roya chayv la'atzmai, which literally means a person does not see his own faults, his own averos. So he explains that, of course, this doesn't mean that a person doesn't know about them. A person could be fully aware about his averos, about where he's holding in life, even better than anyone else. So what does it mean, Ein adam roya? Not that a person doesn't see his averos, but rather that he doesn't look at them. Why not? Because they're covered over by the ava that he has to himself. Akol psham tachasa ava. That's just the way it is. We all love ourselves. We have a strong ava. That's the way we were born. We have an ava to ourselves. This ava, this love we have to ourselves, is a lot deeper within us than our actions are. So we're not going to love ourselves any less based on what we do or don't do. We're going to love ourselves unconditionally. So it continues that that's the mitzvah of Yisroel. Love your friend like yourself. Just like the love you have to yourself was unconditional, it wasn't based on what you do, so too the love you have to your friend, to your fellow Yid, should be the exact same way. You love your friend not based on what he does or what he didn't do. You love him because he's a Yid, and unconditional love. And he continues and says that every Yid has an neshama. The neshama is part of Hashem. We say in davening, we unify Hashem and the neshamas. Hashem is part of Klal Yisrael. Klal Yisrael is one with Hashem. So when we have Abbas Yisrael, when we love every Yid, so now we're including ourselves in this greater picture. We're including ourselves to be part of the Eibishter, to be part of Hashem. Now once we're part of Hashem, just like by ourselves, we don't look at our averos. So when we're part of Hashem, Hashem is not going to look at our averos because we're one with Him. So it becomes like His. So He's going to be Noisei Ovain. He's going to let our averos pass. Like it says in the pasuk, "Lehibit oven b'Yaakov," that the Eibishter is not going to gaze at the averos of the Yidden because we're one with Him. Ki Shem Aleikav Imay. On the other hand, if someone does not have Abbas Yisrael, if someone doesn't like other Yidden, so he's now separating himself from Klal Yisrael. He's making himself a separate being. So now, when he sees someone else, so Hashem is going to look at his averos. The Tzemach says even more on him because he's separating himself. He's the one separating. That's from the Tzemach. So actually, the Rebbe brought down this idea in Fabring in Shavuos Tafshin Yud Gimel. The Rebbe added a story from a Bezusha Anipali that he told the Alter Rebbe what he heard from his brother Rabbi Yisroel Benshimon. So by the Magid, he had his Talmidim had turned to be Mishamishim. So this particular day was the turn of Rabbi Melech Melizensk to be Mishamish the Magid. And at some point the Magid called him over and told him, do you hear, Rabbi Melech, what they teach, how they teach the mitzvah of Abbas Yisrael in the Sifta Derekia in Shemayim? They teach it that Abbas Yisrael, the Pirush is to love your fellow Yid like yourself, to love a Rasha Gomer the same way you love a Tzaddik Gomer. So first of all, the Rebbe says this was never mentioned before. Even the Baal Shem Tov, which revealed this idea of Abbas Yisrael, even to simple Yidden, that was the expression, simple Yidden, Anoshim Pshutim. We never had the expression to love a Rasha Gomer, and never mind to love the Rasha Gomer the same way you love a Tzaddik Gomer. That was never said before. But still, the Rebbe says that the way we just taught Abbas Yisrael, and from the Alter Rebbe as well, this Abbas Yisrael is even greater. Why? The Abbas Yisrael of the Magid, to love a Rasha Gomer, I'm aware he's a Rasha Gomer, and he's a Tzaddik Gomer, and I'm still going to love him the same, because of Abbas Yisrael. But the Alter Rebbe's way is that, just like by yourself, you don't love yourself even though you're Rasha Gomer, even though you're a Tzaddik Gomer. There's no cheshbonis, there's no conditions about the love to yourself. So to the Ava, the love to another Yid, is not even based, there's no discussion about if he's a Rasha Gomer, if he's a Tzaddik Gomer. You love him because he's a Yid. So anyway, this is a very opportune time to speak about Abbas Yisrael during the days of Sfira So'imer. The Rebbe would say that through Sinas Chinam, the Beis Mikdash was destroyed, so through Avas Chinam, it's going to be rebuilt. Good Shabbos.